Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 31st, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Monday through Thursday. Now, I am going to be using my Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main reading. I will pull one from my Guardian Angel cards. I will also pull one from my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. And I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, this is the introduction. This is the introduction for all of the videos. And then if you want to bypass this introduction for anyone that's new, or if you cross-watch, then write down around there in the description. In the description, it'll say something like, if you want to cross-watch, go here. Will be a timestamp, and you can then just bypass the introduction. Okay, so what we're going to do though for the introduction, we are going to do a reading with my Waite Rider tarot cards, the traditional, and my Osha Zen tarot card. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all decks with Reiki energy, but just remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to God, Source, Holy Spirit, and just ask for whatever needs to come through, Okay? Now, I generally do talk a little bit about what's going on in the stars and the planetary movements. We are in Scorpio season. Mars has just gone retrograde on the 30th of October, but it's still in a very slow motion right now. It is in Gemini, so that's very intellectual. A lot of things coming up. Gemini is very curious energy here, air energy, thinking through things, hearing news, making some plans, okay? And Mars, which is associated with Scorpio season, very powerful warrior energy, very Aries, Mars, Aries, very, Greek, Roman mythology, whichever one you want to choose. So very much the god of war. Okay, so it's right now, it's just standing there, and it will be moving, like I said, retrograde. And it's a little bit of an odd retrograde right now because retrograde season is just about over, where planets should be going more direct, and here Mars does something a little bit different. Okay, on the 31st, November 1st and 2nd, we have Samhain, we have Halloween, we have All Saints Day and All Souls Day. So this is a time when people can feel that the veil between this world and the other, the natural and the supernatural, is very, very thin. So we can, have people, thoughts, dimensional transferences. It's all very interesting. Now, I really feel, because now we are in, last new moon, Scorpio, was a semi-eclipse, semi-solar eclipse. But then the next full moon, Taurus, on the 8th, will be a full lunar eclipse. It just seems like, and I'm going to post on my website the dates. I really haven't done any analysis just yet. I kind of know it and see it in my mind. But it just seems, I would say, from the 5th, November 5th through the 11th, the planets seem very, very intense. Now, we're very intense right now, but there's not a lot of movement right now. So it's just kind of like we're all feeling this watch and wait. What's going to happen? Oh my gosh, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And then, like I said, on the 5th through the 11th, there's this like poking at the bear type of energy, or poking at the bull, whichever we want to say, poking at the phoenix type of energy. Intense energy. So we'll talk a little bit more about that next time, in our next readings. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have. I'll do the dealer shuffle with our cards. Higher power. What would you like people to know? What's going to be going on from Monday through Thursday? What is going to be happening here? Or what kind of energies, should we say, is going to be? Again, very intense, very between the veils. Keep your vibrations high. Try some new things. New things do help you to, change up your routine a little bit. It does help you to keep your vibrations on the higher side, and that's what we are called to do. We are called to be, should we choose, we are called to be the light workers, the star seeds, and indigo, crystal, a lot of different names for this type of time of our lives, but we need to choose, and it is a choice. Everything's a choice. We need to choose to keep our vibrations elevated, to keep, to keep our focus more on the light energy. Okay, let's see what we've got here. 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards are face down. Anything reversed has a little stronger energy. Court cards have dual energy, so just kind of know that when I talk about that. So here we go. First card is the Magician. Anything can happen. We have more power than we think. As in heaven, so on earth. This is a major arcana energy, major arcana card. This is a 1, new beginning. It's the first step of the Fool's energy, the Fool's journey. And this is where, and the Fool is that 0 energy, 0 card, and where you have to just have faith. But the first person she meets is the Magician on his journey. And the Magician says, you've got more power than you actually think. Okay? You do need to connect with the heavens, your source, God, Holy Spirit, whoever that is for you. Whatever that is that you call source. But, like I said, this is about what, as in heaven, so on earth. You have more power than you definitely think. We need to, during this time, I always say prayer, meditation, talking out loud, very strong, very powerful ways to make things happen. There's also other ways too, but you have to kind of look that up a little bit more yourself. So Magician energy, we do have the the air, we have the air energy, we have the water energy, we have the earth energy, we do have the fire energy also. So it's pulling all the energies of the earth, fire being our Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, air being our Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, earth being our Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, and water being our Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy. So it does take it all together. It does integrate it all together, and it says for us to use that energy. Now we have the infinity sign that that we can't even. The infinity sign is the Magician with the infinity sign is basically saying the only limitations we have are the ones we put upon ourselves. So interesting with that one. Next card is, so now we have that Ace of Swords. Sword energy, again, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, thought processes, making plans, thinking things through. Also, it is hearing news. So the Ace of Swords, Ace is a 1, new beginning, numbers, again, 1 energy here. This does have an interesting, the hand coming from the clouds. There is a divine energy there. There is a divine message here. There is a divine new process, new thinking. I've talked, if you've been following me, I know I talk so much about that Saturn and Aquarius energy going on. And then we have the Mars in Gemini energy going on. So there's a lot of this air energy. There's a lot of this push-pull. There's a lot of revelation type of energies, new thoughts, new ways of thinking type of energy. So whatever it is, and part of that could go back to the Magician. It could even say that the world is going to be seeing a new way of thinking. But again, the world needs to know that we have more power, more influence than we even think. Okay, so new thoughts, new ideas, new challenges. So the Ace of Swords does bring challenges with it. Your next card is the Hermit. This is reversed. This is a 9. 9 has, you have everything. Let's wrap it up. The Hermit steps back. The Hermit spends time, by himself, herself. The Hermit connects with his higher power, her higher power. The Hermit, not necessarily, if you look at the Hermit's looking down. And yet there is the lantern showing his way. But he's not looking ahead. He's actually looking where he's at now. But like I said, but he does have his light. He does have his way. There is some illumination. But he must be in the dark in order for him to have his lantern. So right now he doesn't really know everything. He doesn't know all. But he has to, that's why he steps away from the drama of others. That's the way he doesn't necessarily, he needs to find his own path, and he does that through meditation, connecting, prayer. But a couple of things, he's looking down. What is this? Is this water? Is this snow? Not quite sure, but there is the ground is it not necessarily smooth for him. He does have his staff, which will help him in his direction also, kind of test the footing, test his footing. But he does have his light, and his light does help to show him. But it's not like a big bright light. It's not like the sun energy. So he's still in the dark. He still knows that he has to have that connection. And if you, the connection between the two of these and the other cards in my Radley Valentine, these are both Archangel Raziel. So that in itself I find, very interesting. Both, again, connecting with higher power. So this is a week to really connect with higher power, have a little more confidence, but at the same time know that your journey is, it's almost like your journey is kind of set. Okay? But do you choose to take that path? Okay. Let's see what we have with our Osha Zen Tarot cards. So the other ones, like I just mentioned, fire energy, rod energy, that again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's passionate. It's very burning, very determined energy. We have our Earth Pentacles energy, which is again Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. That's our money, job, career, tangible energy. And then of course we have the water energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And that is our fluid, emotional energy, very spiritual energy too. So now I was talking about the court cards. So the page's underlying energy is our earth. The knight's underlying energy is our fire. The queen's underlying energy is our water. And the king's underlying energy is our swords. So, or our air energy. So whatever this stuff is, whatever this new idea, new challenge is, there is there's a very strong connection that we may not necessarily like what we're seeing or hearing, or we might not understand it. Again, connect with higher power, whether to be bold or whether to, be a little, I'm not going to say, that the hermit is not necessarily bold, but the hermit, like I said, is not following everyone's path. Okay, let's see what we have, Osha Zen Tarot. What do we have for this week? Traveling. Remember, I'm talking about some pathways here. Now, this is an 8. I mentioned kind of the infinity sign. So if you look at the 8 like that, infinity, but it is basically it's unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. The path here is not, now there's a little person there, I think there. The path is not necessarily easy. The path is not necessarily lit. The path seems very cloudy in many points. Again, needing the staff of the, to help you find your footing, needing the light. But at the end of the path is the sun. At the end of the path is the light. But it's not necessarily an easy path for, So next week, energy is not necessarily easy, but we do have a lot of higher power energy here. It does open up a lot of new ways of thinking about things, and a lot of new ways of seeing things too. It's just the path, and it does look like the path is on the longer side. It's a little windy. It's going through the fog. It's going, you really can't see where you're going. And so a lot of it will be, going and doing by trust. Okay. Let me know what this is. I am feeling better. Not totally 100%, but I've been reading the comments and I will be answering them. I think I'm going to be doing better this weekend. So I my goal is to start answering your comments this weekend. And I love that, so thank you. So please take a moment, because I'm a smaller channel and this month has been all wiggly waggly type of things. Please, please, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. You don't know, it really helps channels like mine. Missing even one, it just throws out the whole algorithm. But why don't we go on and start our readings now? And hello to my Pisces, and how are you? I hope it's been a good weekend. I hope you're having a good time, because it's interesting stuff, very, very intense energies going on. This week, a lot of spiritual energies going on. So let's use that. Let's use that for our benefit. My Pisces, you like to delve in more of the unknown areas, and that's not a bad thing to do. But you have your two fishies, and the one fishy likes to go down into those dark caverns, those dark spaces. And this is a time of the year, at least for the northern hemisphere, where that's very much encouraged. So let's see what we have for my Pisces. See what we've got going on. 1, reversed, reversed. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. First card is the King of Ariel. The King of Ariel. You know what you know what you know. Stay very confident in what you know. Don't let anyone, well, I'm not going to say never to listen, because you can always get other people's views. It doesn't mean, though, that you should just right away take their input, okay? If it makes sense, okay, maybe think about it a little bit more. The King of Ariel, King's underlying energy is that air energy, so very smart, very wise, very, very looking into that future, seeing what we can do about it. But the Ariel energy is the earth energy, money, job, career, very tangible energy. So not only is there the wisdom, there's a way to take that wisdom and turn it into money, turn it into a future, turn it into a way of life, okay? The King of Ariel can also be somebody coming into your life that is a professional, such as a doctor or a lawyer, but this one is someone to trust, as much as you can trust anyone right now in life, but this one is somebody that knows his or her stuff. But this could also be you. This is subject matter expert. This is also a time where you can, kind of get that, the Rumpelstiltskin thing, that kind of is flying, taking the straw and spinning it into gold, okay? So, the King of Ariel is successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful. So this would be a good time. This actually energetically would be a good time if you are starting a new money venture. Okay, your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. Okay, he looks very well. He looks very pleased with himself. It is a masculine energy. Next card reversed, the 7 of Ariel. So 7 is that divine umbrella, divine interference, divine intervention. Ariel again, earth energy. So whatever this is, you know your stuff, but then the 7 of Ariel follows by saying, and you're ready. You are more than ready. Now the 7 of Ariel does have a little bit of a wait for the right opportunity energy here, but it tells you you've done your work, you've done your due diligence, you've done everything that you've needed to do to be, to succeed. This is where the definition of luck is preparation to meet opportunity, and that is where the 7 of Ariel comes in. You have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. So, and the part of, the 31st and the 1st, 2nd is all about the harvest, at least, and again, in the northern hemisphere, is bringing in the harvest time and celebrating about the harvest. Okay, so next card, reversed, the 5 of Ariel. So now, of course, the 5 of Ariel comes along. 5 is about change, positive, change, negative. Ariel again, earth energy. So you've got my little fish, my little water energy. You've got a lot of earth energy to, in many ways, water, in many ways to nurture, in many ways to, to bring up. Earth and water, and if there's too much water, well, then it can flood, right? But or if there's not enough water, then the earth gets very dry. The earth and water combination for this week, and you remember we've got Scorpio in here too. It has a really, really good balance. Because your Capricorn and Taurus, lots of stuff going on. Pisces and Scorpio, lots of stuff going on. So there is a really good balance with that earth energy and that water energy here too. But the 5 of Ariel a lot of times has a little bit of worry about money. So, it doesn't, this is kind of saying, believe in your abilities, believe in your journey. Not to say that you're not going to have a little bit of worry about this money situation, but believe in you. Believe in all the things that you've prepared for. Because the 7 of Ariel, you're very prepared. You've done this, whatever you've prepared, you've done it very smartly. This 5 of Ariel, well, it's just going to give you a little bit of it's going to keep you from being too, just too confident. I'm not going to say you need to be confident, but this is going to keep you from being overly confident. You need the confidence. You need to know you've done what you've got to do, but you don't need to be reckless. Okay? So, 5 of Ariel, I would not necessarily worry about as much, except that it will make you a little more aware. Okay, you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Now this is really important for my Pisces, because if you watch the introduction, you embody that magician energy there. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. Bingo with that one. And my Pisces, you know what I'm talking about. You have the ability to make so much happen. Do not put out any negative energy this weekend or this week regarding whatever this project is. Okay. Now, again, money, job, career, could be something even to do about your home. Card has fallen. And here we go. Okay, and what do we have with this? We have another 5. So we have a 7, 5, 5. We have a 5, 5, 7. This is the 5 of cups, the 5 of water, the 5 of emotion. So this is a little bit stressful energy here. This is a little bit like, kind of, I do feel like wringing of the hands type of energy. It's like, did I do right? Did I not do right? Now I'm going to tell you, it is always easier to get a job when you have a job. So don't, so don't get too emotional where you think you have to right all wrongs and just, I quit. No, it's always easier to get that job. We have to think a little bit logically with it. But this 5 of emotion is kind of like, did I do the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? What am I, But it also is kind of like, look at the blessings. Here we go. Forgiveness is an important part of healing. Forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes of the past so that everyone can move forward. Grieving is a normal part of life. Ask your angels or those you love to help you move through the process quickly so that you can get back on the path to joy. So there is a sense of saying goodbye, but then with every goodbye, then there is a hello. There is a hi. There is a going on to that next step. Now the Ace of Cups also has, it doesn't mention this here, but the Ace of Water also has, look for that silver lining. And it also has, everything happens for a reason. So what are these 5s about? Change. Things are changing, but you're ready for the change. You're ready for whatever the change. You've prepared for the change. You should feel confident. So if there is this change happening, either way, you are more than ready. You have prepared. You saw that things were going to change. And you're ready to move on to something that much better. Okay, let's see what we've got with the inspirational wisdom of angels and fairies from my Pisces. Yes, my Pisces. What do we have for this? What do we have for my Pisces? Okay, this one wants to pop, but I still feel like I need this one too. Here we go. This is the one that kind of like was jumping a little bit. Let's see. Angel of the secret glade. Visualize the color blue around you and know that you live in truth. Now, if you have a hard time with that, dress in blue, blue candles, blue jewelry, blue light, if you can do that even. But this is the one. Let's see what it is. Moonlit dance. Embrace your sense of adventure as you look at the promises that you have made to yourself. Dancing in the moonlight. I love that. I love that. Here we go. Now, what crystal or energy for my Pisces do we have here? So if you're facing some changes that are both a little bit monetary and a little bit stressful, like I said, embrace that king, embrace that 7. Things like, and also that 5, things happen for a reason, and I've had that in my life. My Pisces, you have the ability to speak things into existence also. So let's see what this is. Reversed. Ametrine, all about spiritual guidance, angelic realms, clears stress, truths revealed. And that was the thing about the visualize the color blue around you and know that you live in truth. And look at the promises that you've made yourself. And that could be, again, a reason. That could be a reason. Anyway, my Pisces, what did this all mean to you? Please comment. Also, do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on that bell for notifications. As always, though, my Pisces, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.